The Art Beat, a weekly program putting you in touch with artists and arts events from the J.T. and Margaret Talkington College of Visual and Performing Arts at Texas Tech University. Hello and welcome to The Art Beat on 105.7 KLZK FM. I'm your host, Peter Martens, and I have the pleasure of talking this week with someone who's no stranger to the School of Music at Texas Tech and also the music education scene in Lubbock, Rob Rodgers.
Good to be with you, Dr. Martens.
All right, so I won't go too much into ancient history, but I think I've known Rob for about as long as I've known anyone at this institution because we were in the same room at the same time many years ago. Is that right?
You taught me Theory 2 and Theory 3, I believe.
Wow, okay.
In 2004 and 2005.
Wow. All right. Thank you for the aging there. I appreciate it.
I aged myself as well. It's fine.
That's right. So we're talking to Rob today because unlike some educators who go all over the world, Rob has at least come back to Lubbock and is actually serving as the choir director at Coronado High School.
Yes, sir.
And as such, he has also been pulled back into the vortex, we might say, of the Texas Tech School of Music and is one of the people running the choir camp that happens every summer. And this year, the dates for that camp are?
June 10th through June 14th.
Okay, on the campus of Texas Tech
yes,
in the
sir.
School of Music, obviously. And what's the scope of ages at the choir camp?
We take incoming high school freshmen through ones that will be seniors this year.
Okay, great. So even with that fairly small age range, I know the numbers are rather large that you get to wrangle.
Yes, sir. We regularly have over 150. Last year we were in the 180s, and now that directors around the state are done with their spring concerts and their UIL competitions, they're going to start reaching out to enter their kids. I know that's what I'm working on right now is getting my horde ready to come attack the campus for a few days. Our goal this year is to keep inching closer to 200.
Okay, wow, that is a big number. How many choirs come out of that sort of number?
Because we're preparing them for the all-state process, the all-state auditions, we really have two tracks. So there's two choirs. There's the small schools, which are 4A and below, and then 5A and 6A, and some 4A kids will choose to do the large school track. So they have their small school, and we have the large school, and each group has their own dedicated track. They get the same amount of time on the same amount of music. There's section leaders for both small school and large school, and Dr. Zabriskie and Dr. Sullivan, they split time doing full combined rehearsals with both groups. So it's not so much like band camp broken up into band 1, band 2, band 3. I don't know how many they have now. When I was there, it was 10.
Yeah.
We're helping them prepare for the all-region, the all-state audition process.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, that makes for some sizable performing forces, and coming especially from small schools, I can only imagine being in the room when they kind of sing the first piece or hit the first chord together. Even that these students that are maybe in a choir of 20 or 25, that they hear this sound, there must just be like smiles wall to wall.
Oh, all week, all day, every day, all week is smiles wall to wall, and sometimes it's because the counselor said something funny. Sometimes it's the section leader, and sometimes it's just the music is awesome, and they're enjoying that process. And I think the coolest thing about it is that they get to meet new like-minded friends, not just from Lubbock, from Friendship, from Cooper. They get to meet friends from Dallas and San Antonio and Houston. And these, I can speak from experience of being a camper, is these become lifelong friends that you get to share this experience with every year. And yeah, it's just a really great environment of yes, musical growth, but also personal human growth as well.
Yeah, that's great. Gosh, and so you anticipated one of my questions, which I had thought you had some past history with the camp, but I was thinking more as a college student kind of helper, but you actually were a student in the camp as a high schooler yourself.
Yes, sir. So I have been a part of this camp every year since 2000.
Wow.
With the exception of the summer where my best friend got married in Michigan, and it was about the same time, and one where I was just a little burnt out life-wise and took a step back. But it's been really cool watching this journey just sort of come full circle from the camper to then being counselor and then being a lead counselor and then assistant activities director. Then I got to be a section leader, and now I'm kind of, along with Dr. Zabriskie and Dr. Sullivan, and Hannah in the camp's office kind of in charge of running all the things below them. It's been a really interesting journey, and as someone who, used to seek out the limelight a lot, it's been cool for me to build a team and learn to lead in a different way where I can trust the team to do their job, and I get to sit and facilitate them and make sure they have what they need and that they're supported with what they need. It's been a really cool journey for me as a leader as well.
Yeah, that's a really good point. We obviously, for good reason, focus on the students and their experience and their growth, but there is this other core of counselors and assistants that are college students, and they are, I think, being mentored along the way. It sounds like as well, and kind of getting some professional skills that will prepare them to go out into these educational environments.
Absolutely, there are. I can't think of the exact number, but coming back into Region 16 and walking into our first region meeting, the amount of people that came through Tech Choir Camp that are directors in the region is high. I would say it's almost 50%.
Wow.
That have come through, and it's like, hey, I remember you from 2008 and 2012. It's cool to see the current students take this energy back to their home campuses. And it's cool to be able to help the next generation of choir directors sort of get their feet wet and watch them learn from, master teachers that come to be section leaders. It's great. It's seeing it from this side is really cool, because I've gotten a different perspective from being the one that was nurtured.
Yeah. And you talked about the networking a little bit. Being in a smaller school, I mean, you are the one, choir person or orchestra person or whatever, having those connections, because it's, as I can say from my own distant past personal experience, it's not an easy job.
It is not.
Any day.
It is with two people. It's not an easy job. So,
Yeah. Well, I know I've been around campus during choir camp many, many times in the past, and they always seem like they're having a lot of fun. I know they're singing somewhere, right? I know that's happening. I don't necessarily see a lot of that, but I see some of the external things there at the leisure pool, or what sort of things do you have them do?
So one of the things we pride ourselves on versus other camps around the state is that we learn the same amount of music that they do, and we perform the same quality that they do at their final concert, but we have more fun than they do. They're pushing their kids into rehearsals late at night, but we, except for the first night, because we don't start until the afternoon, after dinner is our activities. Because we finally have Hemley Recital Hall this year, unfortunately, we don't get the leisure pool, but instead we're doing a movie night and a dance party in the band hall. They're going to watch Mamma Mia, because our theme this year is we're keeping it groovy. We're getting back in the groove, kind of from COVID, kind of from losing Dr. Cruz a couple years ago. And we kind of feel like things are evening out and starting to ascend again. So we're keeping everything groovy this year. Watching Mamma Mia, we're going to have an ice cream social in the dorms on the last night of camp. We have our traditional, we call it Tour de Tech, so we split the campers up into colors squad groups.
Okay.
And we assign 2, 3, 4 counselors, depending on the number of groups we have. And it's kind of like a scavenger hunt, but they know the locations. So they take them to places like Memorial Circle, and they have to do a task there that's team building. They go to the Seal, and there's team building there. They go Engineering Key and all over the campus, just to kind of give them a tour, because ultimately what we're trying to do is, yes, teach these kids this music, but to get them to come to Texas Tech because of the experience they get. So like I said, we do pride ourselves on the amount of fun that we have. We find times to give them brain breaks. We find times to do minute to win it games where they can be silly and especially let those boys get that energy out for 5 minutes when they get bored at 2 p.m. They have squad meetings where they get to report funny things that are happening, where the squad leaders, this is where our counselors get a chance to sort of be in charge and get a chance to cut their leadership teeth in a super safe and easy environment. But the ultimate goal is fun, and the music is also fun because our section leaders buy into what we're doing. They buy into giving the squads their points. What the kids seem to want to do is win squad wars. They want to be the camp champ. We have little thumbs up trophies that they get, and leadership team gives out squad points for seeing good things. Section leaders are giving out squad points. Then the most fun, I think, social activity we have every year is Squad Wars, where they go out to Urbanovsky Park, and there's like a snowball fight game. There's all sorts of like games where they're getting wet. They play a cat and mouse game. They have to build pyramids with their bodies. The fun is what keeps them coming back to learn the music.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we facilitate it. We kind of flip-flop it from, I think, what a lot of people do is they come to learn the music and they get to have fun. You come to have fun and you get to learn this music really well.
Right, right. And being good is its own fun, right?
Right.
Yeah, sounding good is its own fun. Now, if I remember correctly, there's something of a costume theme from year to year, and this year...
So we have day one, you're going to wear red and black. We're giving out extra squad points for ones that wear like choir camp shirts from the past, if they're red or black. Extra points for Texas Tech shirts. But the day I'm most excited about this year, that as a leadership team has been talking, we've just been dreaming about how glorious it's going to be. And Friday is going to be Minion Day. And the campers get to dress up as minions, get ready to steal the moon. And our fearless leader, Dr. Alan Zabriskie, he doesn't know this yet, but he will be dressing as Gru. And he will be referred to as Dr. Zagruski on
Excellent.
that day. One of the common things in our leadership group text lately has been that anytime we're having a bad day, we think of Minion Day, and it makes us really excited.
Cheers you right up. Huh? That's great, especially Dr. Z as Gru.
Yes.
I hope, Ellen, I hope you're listening and learning this from this program here. I will come for that. Now, speaking of coming, obviously parents. People who know students at the camp, there's some end things, but is it open to the public as well? Some final performances?
The final performance on Saturday is at 11 o'clock. Traditionally, we haven't finalized the schedule yet, but it usually is at 11 o'clock because we'd like to give the ones that come in from 5 hours away plenty of time to get home instead of getting home at 9 o'clock.
Sure. And
But
that's the 14th, right?
That is on the 14th,
Okay.
yes, sir. And it is open to the public in Hemley Recital Hall. The talent show on Friday night is also open to the public. There's always some really great, and it's usually singing because Hello Choir Camp, but some really great talent that shows it off. That's where our counselors get a chance to perform their skits and make you laugh. But those traditionally are the two things that are open to the public.
Great, and I'll tell the audience, I think I've said this before on this program, that if you haven't seen the remodeled and renovated Hemley Recital Hall, this is a great chance to pop in and see a bunch of voices, hear a bunch of voices singing in a really nice space. The climate control works really well, so even if it's blazing hot already by mid-June, it'll be lovely in there.
We are so excited to have that space back, because that's traditionally the only room we have that is big enough to house all of the campers. And 2 years ago, the first year it was being remodeled, we had to have our opening camp meeting outside, outside of Dr. Zabriskie's office in the mosquito grass, because it had just rained like 12 inches. Last year we got to have it in Allen Theater, but scheduling with that was just a nightmare. We made it work. Becky Kaczynski specifically, my assistant camp coordinator, made it work, because she's the queen of spreadsheets. But we are excited to. I haven't been in there in person yet since it's been done.
Okay, great.
We are all really excited to be back in what feels like our home. Is Hemley. So
great. And so before we run out of time, if there are students or parents listening here that might want to participate but haven't yet, talk about registration for a second.
So registration is online. If you were just to Google Texas Tech Choir Camp, it'll be the first link that comes up. Registration is straight online. Depending on how many kids are coming from your student's campus, you will get discounts as long as that director communicates either with me or with Hannah Porter, who is in the camp's office. All of her contact information is on the website. I believe the handbook for this year and the packing list for this year is already up there. That'll outline specifically the theme days. I'm free to answer any sort of questions, but choircamp@ttu.edu is also that email to get to Hannah, and she usually gets that to me.
Okay. So you can prepare your Minion costume ahead of time is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, good to know.
Yep. Friday, Minion Day. Overalls, paint yourself yellow.
Excellent. Okay. All right. That'll be fun in the dorms, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
I want to finish by thanking Rob Rodgers, the director of choirs at Coronado High School here in Lubbock, and also a Tech alum who's part of the leadership team of the Texas Tech Choir Camps this summer. Look forward to it. Look forward to having all those bright, excited faces on campus and doing some good recruiting for Texas Tech and also making some good music.
Yes, sir. I appreciate this opportunity to get a shout out.
We'll see you. Bye-bye. The Art Beat, a weekly program putting you in touch with artists and arts events from the J.T. and Margaret Talkington College of Visual and Performing Arts at Texas Tech University.